station, boys and girls. It's time for Blame and Fable and his amazing friends.
This is Fable from One Collection Down.
Yeah.
I started One Collection Down as a way to share my love for comics and pop culture. But I also started it so I could seek out like-minded people who love the things I loved. This community is everything. It's changed my life.
Blame Fable, blame Nick, blame the brother, that's Joe. Blame Stu for the jewels as we stick to the code. PCP on me, Bad Batch, this one's for the bros. And the ones that paid the way for everything that we know. Figgy Friday is a vibe, let me put you on game. Don't forget to throw your sets on Saturday with the gang. A lot of things to cover remark if you're drawing a blank. Cover A's and variants, man, we one of the same. Gotta read between the lines, all the things we can handle. We should talk about art while we look through the panels. Wanna talk about smarts, are we taking the channels? Dr. Strange, Dr. Doom, how he holding the candle. Either way, the sorcerer supreme. Backlog bros, we do this for the team. Spread love, that's part of the regime. Every day is a movie, we just trying to beat the scene. Have discussions about the things that we seen. Real nice, but our comic game is mean. So come kick it with your boy, we got amazing friends. A call away, all you gotta do is station in. What a great event, stay tuned as we grow. And stick around to the next episode.
Station. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the all new, all different Blame Fable Show Last Haul Special, man. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. This is going to be my last haul. And I just wanted to show it off to all of you guys. You guys been following me. You know, I've been, in this game collecting comic books for the last 5 years, going strong, Wednesday Warrior. But things have changed a little bit, and I got to kind of change with the times. And, we'll get into it. I want to talk about it and why I'm doing this. But I also wanted to show off my last haul. I've been collecting a few books for the last few months, and, want to share it with y'all because that's how I started doing all of this, is sharing books with the community. But before we get into all that, I invited a few of my buddies on here to come hang out with me. And talk about this whole thing, talk about collecting and the community and stuff like that. So without further ado, let me bring on my homies. First up, I got Scotty Esfon 82.
What's up, man?
Hey. What is going on, Scotty? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm hanging in there. Hope you're doing well.
Had a good time hanging out with you this morning on your live, man.
Yeah. Of course.
Membership giveaway.
Yeah, man. Yeah, third channel member giveaway box. The winner was KBDM. So congratulations to KBDM. Thanks for everybody that came to hang out with us earlier.
Oh yeah. Go check out the rewind on that. It was a heartfelt episode. Maybe Scotty will get into it a little bit later on, but go check that out. And I wanted to invite this other guest. He's actually a new friend of mine. I just met him not too long ago. I actually met him through you. And I think he's replaced you, Scotty, as the nicest man on YouTube. I think I used to call you the nicest guy on YouTube.
I'll take it, man, because Shane may really be.
But yeah, Shane 1063 Comics. Station.
I gotta say, I'm honored that you asked me to come on, Fable, and I would never take that title away from Scotty because, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Scotty and a couple other people. So I'm just so happy to be here. And yeah, you're right. It was an intense conversation earlier, but you know what? We're here for our buddy, and we're gonna get him through everything. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah. I can definitely relate, Scotty Vaughn. Actually, what's going on with you is the reason why I'm having this last haul special. So yeah, let me just get right into it. Let everybody know why I'm here today, why I'm doing this, why I'm going live, because I rarely go live on my channel. Only on Friday nights, we do the Blame Fable Show. blah blah. That's really all my content on this channel. So thank you to everybody who subs up and watches, because there's really nothing else but that show.
I love your intro,
Oh,
Fable.
yeah.
I thought it was awesome. It
dude.
looks great.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy Manny. He made the visuals. I did the beat, and my boy John McCall rapped on it. So it's a combination of three communities.
Awesome.
Yeah, coming together to do that one, man. I love it. I love it. Sets the tone.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to go live and hang out with you guys because, you know, what we were alluding to earlier, I had gotten laid off on January 3rd of this year. And this is actually my third layoff in the last 5 years. So it's been really difficult to try to keep up with all the community stuff that I'm involved in, all the collecting that I do. And it just got to a point where I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to pump the brakes on this, because I'm ultimately the master of my, you know what I mean? My fate and what happens to how I spend my money. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I had to make a conscious decision to say, this is not what's important right now. Even though it hurts me and I love it to death, it's something that I have to stop doing in order to progress, in order to come back to this hobby even stronger than before. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta disconnect to reconnect. Some people say that. And that's definitely the case here. So it's not that I'm stopping the hobby. It's not that I'm going away from comics, like screw comics. No, I love comics. Comics are at the core of who I am. It's just the Wednesday Warrior thing has to stop. I mean, I got, like a lot of us, when we first get into this thing, I went freaking ballistic, right? Like, it's like you discover a new toy, a new candy or something. I dove in so hard, and I was buying multiple copies of one issue, you know, 2 cover A's, and let me get B and C, and let me get the foil too, why not? And doing this for about 7 or 8 different titles. It was insane. But in that process, I ended up making an IG, because I had no friends that I can talk to about it, right? Like, nobody around me is really into this stuff, you know? I have a lot of good friends, but they're just not as nerdy as I am. You know what I'm saying? So I needed an outlet. I needed to share this new love that I was into. And man, doing that, making that IG changed my life, bro. Like, changed it so drastically that honestly, we wouldn't even be here talking if it wasn't for me, you know, picking up some comic books and creating an IG to share them. So yeah, I made the decision to stop collecting just for now. The Wednesday Warrior stuff, I might pick up a few stray issues here and there, maybe a graphic novel, who knows, stuff like that. But the every Wednesday pull list thing has got to stop. So I just wanted to show off my last haul. You know, it's the stuff I've been stacked for the last 2 months. And you know, you guys let me know if I made some good moves or I effed up. But before I get into all that, man, I want to say what's up to our awesome chat, man. We have a bunch of people in the building today.
Oh yeah,
hanging out with us. So thank you. And thank you, Scotty and Shane, for hanging out with me this morning.
Of course, man.
And letting me you know, wax poetic about our hobby, our community, and my last haul. First up, we got our brother Brian LCS in the building. Station. What is going on, Brian? Pulling double duty. We got Scotty in the house. Good morning. Station. Hell yeah. We got my brother, Bad Batch Brother 9, Panel Grid in the building.
Eric.
Station. What is going on, Eric? Also pulling double duty. We got Shane, 1063 Comics in the house. Station. We got my homie, my Transformers brother, Flash by Night Comics is in the house. Flash.
What's up, man? Good morning.
How are you, my boy? How are you? Miss you, brother. We got the Kingdom of Nerds in the house. Nation. Good morning, man. Good morning, all, man. We got El Jefe sorry,
El Jefe.
M in the building. Morning, everybody. I'll be in and out due to the gig. Man, I appreciate you, El Jefe. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Oh yeah. We got my sister from another mister, Christina Payne, the moderator supreme in the house. Nation. What is going on, Christina? Thanks for hanging out, man. We got my ace, my partner, my co-host on the Blame Fable show. We got Nick, Comic Culture, in the building saying no precious metal in that hall, so you effed up.
Right off top. Right off top.
Damn it, Nick. Damn it.
What's up, Nick? What's up, man?
Oh, how's everybody doing? We got my brother Eddie Runner in the house.
Eddie.
Asian. Saying honestly, I wish more creators could switch to the OGN format like Brunaker and Phillips have done. Yeah. I mean, I think we were just talking about this backstage with everything going on with Diamond bankruptcies and tariffs and all this nonsense. The way people get their comics, I think, is going to change. But we'll probably get into all that. Before we get into all that, though, I just wanted to talk to you guys. I kind of wanted to pick your brain, talk to you guys about sort of like your history in this community, in this hobby, in this YouTube content creator space. But first, I guess I want to know how you even got into comics. Like, what is your origin story? How did you get into this hobby, or trapped into this hobby? Scotty, man, we'll start off with you, Scotty. How did you even get into this thing, man?
Well, I started as a kid. I was a collector as a kid. I was one of the kids that got the Marvel. It was an orange Marvel short box, and it was full of comics. And I think it had this like price guide or something in it. But I remember I was one of the kids that had those, the Marvel collector box, and I had a little collection when I was younger. And then, like, life happens. You grow up, you get a little older, and comics phased out, I think, at about middle school probably. And but like, it's weird though, because they always had a place in my life no matter what age I was. Whether it be like through video games or movies or years before I got back into picking up floppies, I was picking up trade paperbacks and reading and keeping up with certain storylines. So I don't know, comic books have always had a place in my life, but I came back pretty hardcore around COVID. I'm a recovering addict. I have like a little over 5 years clean time. And I was going through, man.
I give you an applause for that one.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
But dude, I was coming out of rehab as COVID hit. So, I'm already adjusting to a new life, trying to do better. And then that hit, and that changes everybody's life. And so, I'm newly in recovery, all these drastic changes. We're all stuck at home. And I needed some good, clean hobbies to help stay the path. And so comics was what I ultimately got to. And I'd started a Facebook group where it was recovery related, and we kind of helped each other. And it was a lot of people that came out of the program with me and just other people. And it grew, and it did pretty well on Facebook. But I wanted to move that over to YouTube. I wanted to do something similar to that over on YouTube. So I pretty much gave that group to another friend of mine, and I started the YouTube channel. And I wanted it to be like a mix of comic books and then my story of recovery and things like that, and hoping that might help somebody in some way. And that's kind of what got the channel started. And yeah, man, yeah, it's been going ever since, probably a little over 3 years, maybe close to 4 years. I don't know. I need to check, but we'll call it 4 years. I've been doing YouTube steadily. I just got monetized the past year. So first year as a monetized channel.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's been great, man. That's been great. And I have fun with it. I've found certain comics that I'm particularly interested in. I love underground comics, and I love some of the more adult stuff. I'm super nostalgic over smutty comics, so I sort of found my lane in
So
YouTube.
it's always the super nice guys, right? They always have this like.
But I sort of found
sort
sort of found my lane a little bit, and I've just had a blast doing it, man. There's no place I'd rather be.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful story, Scotty. Man, that is awesome that you were able to kick one addiction, you know what I mean, and just like replace it with something so cool like comics, man. You don't hear that kind of thing too often. That's really inspiring.
It's been fun. It's
To
been fun.
hear. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shane, my brother, man, this is the first time I get to hang with you. First time we really get to talk about this kind of stuff. How did you get into this whole hobby, man? When did you start? Like what brought this into your world?
Well, first, I just want to say thank you so much for asking me to come on. I really appreciate it. Love your stuff. I haven't got to talk to you a ton either, but just in the little bit I have, it's always so much fun. And also just want to say about Scotty while he's here, those videos he puts out every Wednesday, I think they're around 11. I learned so much from those videos, and he does such a great job in them.
Thank you, man.
Putting them
Thank you.
together. They look great. The info is awesome. There's always cool pictures, and I'm always learning something about this hobby that I've been involved in for over 40 years, and I'm still able to watch Scotty's show and learn something. So everybody should go check out his shows and keep an eye, like subscribe to him, watch those shows. They're so great.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
so much, man. That's really nice of you to say. man. Thanks.
Any moderators in the chat, if you could throw out a link to SFON82's channel, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
man.
for me, I have a different kind of path, and I guess both of you. It's always comics have always been in my life too. I can remember hauling around a wheel cart when I was a kid to neighbors' houses trying to buy and sell comics door to door when I was like 9 years old.
Already
And
wheeling
so-
and dealing early in life. Huh?
Yeah, wheeling, dealing early. And just kind of same Scotty, like it was in my life, excuse me, and then a little bit of break. But where things really kicked off was in grade 8 and 9. So, I'm only 13, 14 years old.
Mhm.
I just switched schools because we moved a lot when I was a kid. And I met a friend of mine, and he happened to have comics and was buying them. And so I started to buy some comics with him. I would go, we would go to the mall or go to the comic store. I was always super fortunate growing up. Since I was 14, I've never been more than 10 minutes away from a local comic shop that I could have a pull list at. I've been really lucky that way.
That's
And
awesome.
I've been going
Oh,
to
yeah.
the same. Yeah, I've been going to the same comic store locally here since 1989. That's where I've been
Jeez.
buying all my books from.
Wow.
And so, yeah, he introduced me to some comics. He used to collect Warlord and Legion of Superheroes. And that kind of got me. I really enjoyed Titans, Teen Titans. So we would trade comics and talk about them and try to draw our own books and all of that, and had just had so much fun. But back then, when I went to university, like that was kind of I wouldn't say the dark ages of comic books, but if you were a collector back in like the 90s, like early 90s, sure, there was the boom, but you didn't really have a lot of people, or at least I didn't have anybody that I could talk to about comics or my hobby or anything like that.
Not really.
And like I tell everybody all the time, like this time we're living in now, like with comic shows and the movies and the MCU and the DC stuff, it's like a dream come true for a comic book fan. Some of them hit and some of them are well done and some of them aren't, but either way, like I just think it's an amazing time, and I've been really lucky. Now I've had to move my collection like across the country effectively
Jeez.
a couple of times, and now it's kind of been in its place. And yeah, I've been able to keep all of my books. Like I know some people have had things happen to their houses or floods or things like that, and they've lost books. And I've been super lucky, knock on wood that way, where haven't had anything like that. So now I have about 17 or 18,000 books.
I was just
And
about to ask that question, brother. He took
yeah,
it right. Yeah,
so I got a
17,000.
ton of books, and I'm at the phase now where, you know, I'm 54, and you have to start trying to think, you know, of the next 20 years and what's going to make things easier around your house for your family. And so that's got me on a little bit of a grading kick to get all of my, you know, top level stuff at least graded, so it's a little bit easier for managing later on. And plus, it lets me really enjoy it too, and all of that. So yeah, I love. And so in terms of the community, like, really, I was watching a ton of stuff on YouTube, people's channels like, you know, Mint Hunter Comics or Comic Tom or Gem Mint, Swaggle House, and a ton of other smaller channels too. And I just thought, you know what, like, I got stuff to say about comics. Like, I've been collecting them for a long time. Like, I kind of know, like, I've got all these books that they're talking about for the most part. So I just started doing, I would have put my books up on the back of a chair, and I wasn't on camera. And if you go back, you'll see that stuff in my first YouTube videos. And I was just kind of doing my own thing. We kind of talked about it before, but I was just doing my own thing, posting videos. And then I got a message from, I started to see the show, the Show Us What You Got show that's on Wednesdays. And I was in the chat just kind of watching everybody, and, you know, Scotty and Chris and all the other people that are part of that panel. And then one time Chris just sent me a message like, hey, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. Like, I think it would be fun. I was like,
Oh, so we got to blame Chris for this. Okay.
yeah, for sure. And then that's how I first met up with Scotty and all the people on that panel. And I just have such a great time. And I just spend half the time laughing while everybody else is talking in that group. Like, I find it hilarious.
It's a fun show.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm before my channel, like, I'm kind of like in my own little bubble, I guess, in a lot of ways, in that, like, I have all kinds of other stuff going on in life, and comics to me it's my escape. It's my fun time. And so I want to be around people that's their same attitude, and they're there to have fun, and we're going to talk about comics and have some fun. And so that's kind of the attitude I take into anything I do with my channel. So I was just happy to be invited, and I'm so happy to get to know everybody too. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh yeah, can't agree more, Shane. You have been absolutely top notch, excellent since the day I met you.
Definitely.
Just a wonderful person, a wonderful soul, and somebody that I can definitely look up to when it comes to this hobby. 40 years of collecting.
Oh, I appreciate that, Fable.
Yeah.
Like, thanks so much.
No, super knowledgeable. I try to always surround myself with people from all walks of the community, if that makes any sense, right? Like, long-time collectors, first-time collectors, slabbers, wheeler and dealers, you know, live sell guys, and just I think it's all fascinating. I think it's all a facet of this hobby. But yeah, man, you have been an awesome person since day one, man. So thank you for sharing.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, super appreciate you being here. Me myself, man, I sort of got in when I was like 8 years old, around there. My first exposure to superheroes was television and toys. It was not comic books, right? Like, the first superhero things I can remember, the earliest memories I can remember is Christopher Reeve's Superman. You know what I mean? Back in the days, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, that cartoon came on CBS. Yeah. And then when I was 8 years old, you know how your mom drops you off at grandma's house? She's got to go do some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had a grandmother who my aunt was still really young, right? So she was like a few years older than me, but she was still a kid, kind of, right? And I guess she was collecting comic books, or had comic books for whatever reason. And you remember, or maybe you guys have this in your house now, the coffee table, and it's got like magazines on it,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Back in the days in her house, it used to be like TV Guide, you know, the TV
Yep.
Guide.
Yep.
I don't know if that still exists, but yeah,
Bowl of wax fruit.
we used to have to like have a booklet to figure out what's on television, guys, if you could believe it. But anyway, on that coffee table was a copy of Uncanny X-Men 212 and 213. And if you know what 212 and 213 is, that is the first fight between Wolverine and Sabretooth. And on the cover, on the cover of 212 was Wolverine all cut up, all slashed up and bloody and blood dripping all over the place. And up until that time, I've never seen anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, they don't show that on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, holy crap, Marvel makes stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is incredible. So I picked those comics up and I was just enamored, right? Like, I probably didn't understand the story too much. I didn't know how to read too good back in those days. You know what I mean? It's another thing why I love comics is because they kind of taught me how to read a little bit. But the art, right? The art drew me in. And I think, I don't know, was that John Byrne on those? I'm not 100% sure who was doing those. Yeah, drew me in. So then I had an uncle, a young uncle as well. He had a bunch of comics in his house. So when I would go hang out with him, and I noticed he had these comic books, which I did not know existed before, those Uncanny X-Men books, I was like, oh, you got those kind of magazines too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he had Conan, and he had, you know, just all the classic stuff, all the classic Avengers, bunch of Marvel and DC. And he would just be like, go ahead, you know, like, take a look, pull them out, read them, you know, and that's how I fell in love with New Mutants and stuff like that. But there was no comic book store around me at that time. Like, I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't even know these things existed until I found those books. So I, you know, he gave me a stack of books. I took whatever from my grandmother's coffee table, and that's what I had. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then I moved when I was about 11 years old, and in the neighborhood we moved in had a comic book shop right on that corner. And I was like, holy crap, this is where you get that from. Oh, Mom, please, can we go in there? Can we go in there? And that was like the perfect time in a lot of ways for me to get into it, because that is right when Todd McFarlane was doing The Incredible Hulk, and Jim Lee was doing, you know what I mean? Jim Lee was in there, I think, doing Punisher or something like that. All those Image guys, all those top, Rob Liefeld doing New Mutants. That was when Wizard Magazine.
I love Wizard.
You know, Marvel the comic cards, the Series 1 cards, all of that shit was popping off right at that time. So it was just like perfect timing for a 10, 11-year-old to get into there. And man, absolutely fell in love. Got to watch all those guys rise to superstardom. Todd McFarlane doing Amazing Spider-Man, Jim Lee doing Uncanny, Rob Liefeld doing X-Force. You know what I mean? Dale Keown doing The Incredible Hulk, Texeira doing Ghost Rider. I mean, this was just a golden age. And at the same time on DC, I think freaking Robin died or some shit like that. I wasn't a big DC fan. Oh, and Superman died too around that time. So yeah, it was insane time. But also at that time, prices were going crazy. They were going crazy. We're talking about from 75 cents to $2.25 in a matter of 3 or 4 years. It was double, tripled in a very short amount of time. And of course, I was 14. I was getting a $5 allowance. Yeah. It was either buy these books or not. And you know, I got priced out basically at 14 years old. And that was the end of that, man. It was, and shortly after getting priced out, that's when the crash happened. And it was kind of like, I don't know, some may call it serendipitous. You know what I mean? Like you got out right at the right time kind of thing.
We used to go and I'd get dropped off with my buddy at the comic book shop. And same thing, I got a little bit of an allowance, but I really like mowing lawns and stuff like that. And we would go to, I don't know if you had it in the States or not, but here it was called Byway. And it was just like almost like an Ollie's, to be honest, but way back in the day. And they had a spinner rack and they had 4-packs. And we would try to sneak in and see the other comic, because G.I. Joe was huge then and the Nam was huge. And we try to find one that we could buy the pack and take it and trade it at the comic shop to get more comics.
No, we didn't have. Oh, I didn't have that around my way. That's awesome.
Yeah, I never heard of it. That's cool.
Hey, this Shane, I'm finding out a lot about him, man. He's a hustler, man. This guy. You remind me of Bobby, man. Bobby's like that. Bobby Delgado, who's in the house, station.
Yeah, man. What's up, Bobby?
Bobby.
Welcome.
We also have Conlon in the building, my boy.
Yeah, what's up?
Station.
Welcome.
How are you, man?
Thanks for joining me.
But yeah, I was priced out early, and you know, I've only enjoyed maybe 5 years tops of collecting comics as a kid, before I had to stop. And then we flash forward all the way to 2019, right? I'm 39 years old now. Been out of comics 30 years, or you know, less or whatever, just about 30 years. I didn't even know comic books were still around. I thought after the crash, they were gone. Like, that's it. They stopped selling comics. I don't know why I thought that, but that was my thing. So anyway, I'm coming home from work. I'm 2019. I'm coming home from work, and I'm looking at my phone, and in my phone, I see a thing saying, Rick from The Walking Dead is going to die in the Walking Dead comic book. And I said, what? They're going to kill Rick? Holy crap. I got to get this comic book. It's probably going to be worth a bunch of money. So I immediately went on my phone, started looking up where I can get the Rick is going to die comic. And I had no idea what FOC was. I had no idea. So everybody I called was like, you're kidding me, right? Like, you're trying to get the hottest book. Like 2 days before it comes out. Like, they was just laughing at me. I had no idea what I was doing. Anyway, I found a website and they had it there, and they were charging like $12. And I was like, $12? That's a lot for comics. It used to be like $2 when I was a kid. What the hell is this? But then in my head, I'm like, yeah, but you're probably gonna sell it on eBay for $25. Don't worry, just pay the $12. Well, let's just say I don't think the comic book's worth $25. But anyway, I spent the $12, and I got the comic in hand a couple days later, and I just decided to open it up. And when I opened it up, man, I can't tell you the feelings that flooded back to me. All that stuff from, you know, like I said, the early 90s, the late 80s, all of that love. And man, it was like a euphoria. It was a weird experience, man. I almost cried. And I'm looking at this comic book and I'm like, holy crap, man. I used to love this stuff, man. You know what I mean? It was like a locked away memory. It was so weird. The feeling that came over me. And I was like, yeah, I'm not selling this shit. I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this book. And I said, as a matter of fact, let me go back to the site where I ordered this book and see what other books I can buy, right? So then I was like, what I used to like back in the day, Spider-Man, Hulk, X-Men, those were my go-tos. Okay. And guess what? They had all of those books there. Like, they were still there to order. Like, you know what I mean? Pre-order or whatever. And then I also wanted to get more Walking Dead. Now, the funny part about Walking Dead is that, like, 2 issues later, they canceled it. So I was like, holy crap, what the hell? I just got into this damn thing. And they canceled the damn series. They ended it. But anyway, got you know, put a few books on the pull list. And then I was like, damn, I love this so much. But, like, again, nobody to talk to. Right?
Yep.
Go on Instagram. Well, first, do the YouTube search like Shane did, right? Find all these channels and people talking about it and stuff like that. I was like, oh crap, man, this is great. You know, there's people talking about it. I could find out what the new stuff is. I could find out what I should be collecting and things like that. And then I was watching Rockin' Robbie, Pop Culture Philosophers. I don't know if you're familiar with him, Shane.
Yeah, he's one of the channels I got into when I first started looking up other comic book channels.
And I was in his chat, and you know, everybody in his chat kind of seemed to know each other already. You know, everybody was saying hi to each other, stuff like that. And I was just like really scared to say anything, right? Like I didn't want to just say anything. Like these guys look like they know each other for years.
Yeah. No, I know the feeling. That's how I used to be in Bueller's chats with the comics and coffee.
Yeah.
And Bob.
So then one day I decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to say hi. So I went in and I just said, hi, everyone. You know, hi. And man, Big Herm, my brother to this day, man, Big Herm Collectible said, hey, Fable, you know. And the next thing you know, I was in. I was in the club. I was in the club. And, you know, I had just started an Instagram to like show off the books too, right? Because I was just bored. I want to take pictures of the books, whatever. Show them.
Of course.
And I was coming back every week to that chat because it was a lot of fun. And every week, and I noticed it was the same group of guys at the end of the chat, same group of guys I would talk to. And I found out that all of them had Instagram as well. Well, okay, so now we're all following each other on Instagram, right? We're all doing kind of the same thing. And these guys eventually became the PCP Army Bad Batch, right? Nick Comic Culture, Big Herm, Tacky, 9-Panel Grid. You know what I mean? All these guys became the crew.
Yeah.
And man, I never imagined it would do that. Like, I never imagined that, you know, just picking up that fucking Walking Dead Rick is Gonna Die book to try to sell on eBay. I don't got no shame, I'll tell you. Would turn into this whole thing where here I am 5 years later, hanging out with you guys and all these people I know. I mean, all of these guys, man. You know, Vinny's in the chat. That's my boy, you know. You know, Bobby, I said, here goes Nick. You know what I mean? And we haven't been able to get rid of him ever since. Like her, you know, Collector P, all these beautiful people that I met doing this. And that's another crazy thing is everybody was like kind of doing YouTube channels and everybody was kind of going live because I knew all these guys, a lot of these guys, maybe 85% of them before they even started YouTube channels. You know, they were just at the beginning of their journeys with all this stuff. You know, I want to do one too. Me too. I want to show off books. And I did an Instagram live and it went a lot better than I thought it would. You know what I mean? I'm all nervous about it. And I get a chat and people are like, yeah, that's a cool book and this and that. And I'm like, oh shit, well, I guess I'm a content creator now. Oh man. Yeah, so what an amazing journey it's been. And I just wanted to share that whole long story. Thanks for sticking with me, guys, through that entire. But I had to say that because sharing this last haul now you can see why it means so much to me and why I had to do this live. You know what I mean? Because of how life-changing this shit was to me. And it's bittersweet. I'm not going nowhere again. But just wanted to hang out with you guys, talk about, you know, your journeys through this space, and show off some books and hang out with my buddies, man.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting me do that, guys.
Of course.
Yeah. What before I get into the books, what is maybe your plans for the future going forward with the hobby? Like, you know what I mean? Do you see yourself doing, you know, getting bigger on YouTube, or, you know, what's the goal, or is there any goal? You're just, you know, doing it to have fun?
With me, I want to continue to grow the channel and continue to drop my Wednesday videos and do live streams on. I want to do not just like a morning live stream. I want to do some stuff in the evenings again too. But no, I want to continue to grow the channel and use that to try to do some goal oriented things, do some good things, put some good out in the world. Which was my original intent coming in. It's all kind of came to fruition in the past year, and I've hit some roadblocks. You know, I lost my job in the previous week of 7 years. So, you know, I'll be joining you. I won't be picking up new stuff on Wednesdays for a while, just to say, but honestly, it'll be a blessing in disguise. So with me, it'll be a little restructuring this year, but the channel, I hope, will continue to grow, and the comic collecting won't go anywhere. I'm gonna probably still pick up some older stuff, but I'm gonna put my new comic book day stuff on hold for now. So I'm with you as far as that goes.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, like I said, I didn't want this. You know, it's not anything I wanted. But at the same time, it might be a blessing in disguise, right? Maybe I was going a little too crazy. Maybe I could do with a little bit of trimming, a little bit of, you know what I mean? Focus, Fable.
There you go. That's the word.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Dude, God knows we both have all the comics we need around us right now, so there's no lack of.
Yeah. Guess for me, you know, it was probably, what do you think, Scotty? Like the first time I was on, like maybe 2 months ago, maybe 3. I don't think it's much longer than that.
I mean, probably 3. Yeah, probably around 3 months ago.
And like where my channel was brand new then, like in terms of like, you know, trying the YouTube thing more seriously and being involved a little bit more, because really I was just kind of posting stuff. And I can remember like that first show, and I'm so lucky and thankful for this, you know, getting some advice and all the support, like Christina, like posting my links and all of that. And I can remember like I was trying to get to like 400 subscribers, and I'm just about to turn into 5,700 or something like that now, which is crazy to me.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm super thankful to all the support from like Scotty and Chris and all those guys on that channel, and you and anybody that, you know, loves talking about comics and watches my stuff. And so, yeah, it's been crazy journey for me that way. And, you know, and I have a $30 light stand from Costco, and that's pretty much my YouTube setup. I've added a couple of things since then, but it's still just super simple. And it's because I watched a ton of videos, probably you guys did too, on, you know, channels and lighting and all of that stuff. And people were like spending their budget stuff was like $1,000. I'm like, no. I don't have $1,000 for this stuff. Like, and I would just figure it out myself, like how I can do it, like using the stuff I have. Like I have the computer I'm using for this is a 12-year-old laptop. And, you know, I spent a little bit money on a wireless mic thing. That was my big expense was this thing. And yeah, that was, and it was still only like $100. And it just lets me have this thing, and I can walk around and do my thing. So yeah, I'm super thankful to everybody that watches anything I do and any support and all the support I've gotten. So yeah, that's kind of been my crazy YouTube journey. Is it just blows my mind every day when I wake up.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing good things, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. Every time, look, I mean, we got 19 in the chat right now. It's 11:45 a.m. Eastern time. That's amazing, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm blown away by this all the time. Every time I come on, I'm like, there's gonna be like 2 people there.
Yeah.
And it's never that, man. And I am just so appreciative, just like you. But yeah, man. Just want to say what up to a couple more people in the chat. I skimmed by him, but ICT Vinny Station, my brother, bro. No, it's your personality. Oh, thank you, Vinny. 62 Lefty Blues in the house.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Good morning.
You're the man, Fable. Mucho love to you, 62. Hell yeah, much respect to him. I promised my son I would have everything priced in my collections before I pass away. Yeah, that's a good move, man. That's a
Make it
Yeah,
good
easy.
move.
when you get to be, an old dude like me, like you start thinking about that stuff. Like my youngest is 12, and they've all three of my kids have had various levels of interest in comics. Probably similar for all of us. Like they love graphic novels, or they love certain books. But like in my setup, if you watch my room tour, you know that I have a giant wall of books, and they're still not into the single floppy issues. That's not their thing. But yeah, I'm very mindful of this comment right here,
Yeah.
because it's just a reality. That's just how it is. And
That's just it
and
is, yeah.
and no one wants to leave a burden for their family. They want to make it easier. So I'm trying to have fun while I'm doing that. And maybe I'll buy a Ferrari with some of this stuff. Who knows?
That's the dream. That's the dream. Bueller leaving and living his best life. Fable is leaving, sort of, now. No, I'll always be here with you. I'll always be here to be a thorn in your side, Vinny. Always. Nah, man. I'll always be in this community. I'll always be collecting some sort of something in the nerd space. But I just gotta cut it down, man. I got goals. I want to move. I got 2 kids. You know how it is. Everybody knows how it is. Everybody has a family and is trying to just level up in some way, right? We're all trying to level up in some way. Hey, the troublemaker is in the building. 2 Gun Pedro. Pew, 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 pew. Station. What is going on? Focus on Transformers, Fable. Hey, we got my boy Iman, World of Geek.
Yeah.
Station. What is going on? What it do, fam? I feel you on that, Scotty. I need to scale back. Eggs and groceries are way more expensive now, and that's a real thing to dial into. Exactly my point, Iman. Exactly my point. Like, gotta focus, man.
What is it with eggs in the U.S.? I don't understand. Like, why is it? Why is that happening?
We used to just throw them around on Halloween. I don't know what happened.
Bird flu. They're blaming it on a bird flu, I think.
Like I go into Costco and there's pallets of them there.
Huh.
Yeah. Mad respect in the house. Station, mad respect.
Yeah.
He says, I commiserate, Fable. Although I'm employed, I am underwater financially and was a full 3 months behind on my pre-order when I decided to stop ordering. Yeah, I mean, you gotta call it quits. You're the one in control. You're in the driver's seat. I think we let FOMO and you know what I mean, all that stuff mess with us a little bit. Oh man, I'm gonna miss this issue or whatever. Man, there's one thing I found out in these last 5 years is that you can get anything at any point at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, these comic books do not go away. You will find them, and hey, half of the time they'll be cheaper than they were when you were going to buy them. But yeah, man, respect. You know where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Third-party Transformers are about to get more expensive with tariffs. There you go. Hasbro is officially licensed out transport product out, so these third parties can legit continue to make figures. Yeah. Things aren't easy. I want to reach 1,000 myself, but hitting record is the hardest thing for me to do. Shifting your geekness and sharing it with the world is what my attempted new game plan is. Nice. And there's nothing wrong with that, Iman. Yeah. Comic books will always be a part of our lives, but they can also be a gateway to so many other things in nerd culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just started with comic books. Man, I have gotten into action figures these last few years like nobody's business, man. To the point where I was like, maybe I should make action figure content.
Well, and I say all the time when I'm doing my videos, like, I've written 2 lines down once for a video I was doing, and it was just one that I did some research on. Otherwise, like, when I do the stuff with Izzy on Mondays, like, it's just what's in my head, and all of my new comic stuff is just I'm flipping through the books like we all do at home, going, "Oh man, that's so cool," And that's all my video is.
Yeah.
It's just me. The long video is just me going through the books and looking at the art and spewing out whatever's in my head about it and trying to add something useful for people to take away. So yeah, just do what you want to talk about. And, if you're talking about comics, it's a small group anyway. People will find interest there. Everybody can bring something interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Bobby said, when God closes a door, he opens a window, but jump out of the window.
Yeah, man. That's just the way you got to see it, man. You just got to keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I got to plug this. Man, I blabbed so much, I almost burned my tablet out. Oh, man. Hey, here goes another brother of mine, man. Stu, Dr. Doom's fan club.
What's up, Stu?
Oh, yeah. So many good people here, man. So many good people. I left YouTube creating at the end of 2021 to 20 odd subscribers strong. Hey, man, I've been doing this for two or three, maybe 3 or 4 years, and I haven't even got past 400. So, that's an accomplishment, man. Respect. Hell yeah. Love it. Love it. And you will be back. I have a feeling you will be back. Everybody saying what up to each other. Oh, man. This is great. Hey, the great Chill Out man is in the house. Asian Chill. How are you, man? Oh, yeah. El Jefe, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Absolutely. Welcome back. I'm at that point now, about to sell some short boxes of random stuff, holding on to the ones I personally value, and hopefully get these comics into the hands of kids who be interested. Yeah, man. Did you see that? I forgot his name, something cheese or something. He gave away 12,000 books to kids, man.
I saw that.
That's really cool.
Oh man, so inspiring. I want to do the same thing. And I heard another guy on another stream said that he went to the children's hospital, I guess the cancer ward and stuff over there, and gave away a bunch of comic books to those kids, man. I like it. I want to do something like that, man. That is great.
I keep on meaning to get together with my local store because they have like hundreds of thousands of books like in their basement. And I want to try to put together something for like Halloween where I'll just buy like a long box of random books and kind of package them up myself and just give them out on Halloween. That would be fun.
That's what Bobby does. That's what Bobby and Brother Joe, my two partners from KC, they do that. They do Halloween comic book giveaways. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I've seen artists do that and like post the pictures on YouTube during Halloween. They'll have like a pile of comic books from their collection they set out. I can't remember what artist was doing it, but I saw one do it last year.
If I go to your house on Halloween and you give me a comic book, I'm coming back every year, man.
Cool, man. I love it. Like trying to get the younger audience on the books, man.
Feels like a lot of people are walking away. At least for now, there's a mass exodus happening. Yeah, times are different, man. Times are different. It's not what it was during the COVID. COVID was just it was a crazy phenomena. We all had the time. Some of us had the money. You know what I'm saying? And we could do that kind of stuff. But then times are getting hard, and sometimes you got to shift priorities, focus, and there's still plenty of people doing it, going strong, buying comic books every Wednesday, showing us how cool they are, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that there's still a lot of us around doing that because I need something to watch, man. The reason exercise because they knew that we wouldn't fall for toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's the comment of the day, 62. That is the comment of the day. Oh, here goes my boy. Everybody help me welcome one of my PCP Army Bad Batch brothers, man, all the way from the UK. My brother, Mark.
Hey.
What's up, Mark? Station.
Right. I was working in the end because I thought I'll just wait my turn to come on. You all right?
Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Actually, it's about a good time. It's 5 p.m. now, so it's a good time to finish. So.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. What is it, like 5? You said it's 5 over there, right?
Yeah, it's 5 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Anything you want to add on? I don't know if you've been listening to,
Oh, yeah. No, I've been watching.
I've been watching
since you started. I I should have messaged you earlier in the day because I woke up thinking about your last show. I know it sounds a bit weird, like so, but no. But then it kind of got me reflecting on like the 2 times that I sort of stepped away and like kind of wanted to say like when you step away for whatever the reason is, like there's actually comics are never going away. First time I stepped away, I think I was like 18 or 19. I started reading when I was 14 and I just stepped away because I don't know, I was just going out and drinking, having a good time, and you know, it wasn't as big deal. But I will come back to that. And then the second time I stepped away was in 2009. I got married, bought a house, had a baby. Literally was the most broke I've ever been in my life. Well, I went from living at home and paying £200 a month in rent to suddenly like, so my wife got made redundant. We bought a house, had a baby, and we got married all within about 2-year period.
Wow.
And I honestly, sometimes we literally would have like no money, like a couple of days before I got paid. And it was a real struggle. And it was like comics just had to go. And I love comics, but unfortunately you can't eat them. And so
You can't eat them. Some people have.
You can sell them though, which is what I did when we first got married. I sold a lot, which was I still look back and really hurt me to have sold some of those off the mate. I look at the prices of some of them now, like, you know, I had the Young Avengers run and stuff like that, which I bought for cover off the shelf, like, and couldn't buy that now for off the shelf, and or off the shelf prices. But both times I come back, like there was always something really cool when I came back. So that's what I kind of wanted to say to you, Fable, was although you're going to dip away, don't worry about it, because it's like when I came back the second time, New 52 was kicking off, which may not have been everyone's cup of tea, but it was great for me coming back. I was like, there was like 52 issue ones on the shelf, you know, over a month's period, and you know, that was like, and then also Valiant Comics, I think, had done their relaunch around that same time, and I was like, these are cool initiatives that kind of I got on board with. And then that first time I stepped away, previous to that, I just read kind of Marvel stuff. And when I came back that first time, I remember going into Forbidden Planet in just off of it's near Covent Garden. And there's all these indie comics I'd like never heard of. And I remember like picking up like the first issues of Fathom from Top Cow. In fact, I ended up buying like everything from Top Cow. And I ended up like Wildstorm was massive at the time, and their Cliffhanger little branding thing. I ended up coming back with all these fucking weird shit like that I'd never even considered buying, but both times I come round, I felt like re-energized about comics, and do you know what? It's really weird. I don't really want to quit comics like myself because I would always hate having to go back. But like I haven't read a comic now for about 3 or 4 months, and I've kind of myself, I'm in a bit of a lull. I'm buying them, they're going in a box, but they're just not getting read. And so I've been seriously considering culling my list, and you know, there's a few titles that I know that would piss me off if I stopped reading them. But I'm seriously thinking about reducing what I buy because I think I'm going through that flavour myself of just like being a bit bored of it. So, but there's always something new around the corner. Like because of you, actually, Fable, with the whole Blame Fable thing, I started picking up all the Transformers Energon stuff, and that was like one of the most exciting things I'd seen in quite a while.
I'll take responsibility for that. I'll take responsibility for that one. That's fine.
But I thought, to be honest with you, what I've enjoyed from comics over the last, I know the reason I haven't read anything is because I moved and a few other bits and pieces, and then I've sort of, the more I've put it off, I found it harder to get back into it, and I just need to sit down and read it. But what I found exciting over the last 12, 18 months was all the new shit, like all the Transformers shit, all the, sorry, I'm swearing, all the Transformers stuff, all the Ultimates, mainly Spider-Man, and all the Absolute stuff. I've just found that's kind of what got me a bit more excited about comics over the last 12 months. But I was going to say, look, I agree with you. I think the prices are ridiculous, and stepping away is nothing wrong with that. So, and you know, they'll still be here. And the other thing is as well, when you do come back, not every comic goes up in value, believe you me, because people,
Oh, me?
sell
I'm not specking. Me? No, I don't do that.
But people sell like people sell like, I don't know, a 40 issue run for like 30 quid on eBay, like 5 years after it's come out. So, not obviously, I can't guarantee. There is the odd random first appearance which kills people's runs, but you know, but yeah, you know, if you wanted to catch up, I'm sure it's not going to be difficult.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things I learned is that you can get a lot of this stuff. You can find it. I mean, look at people finding every day series from 1984 or 1983. Like, look what I found. I got issues 1 through 10 of whatever series Marvel from 1982. Like, and they look good. The copies look great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Of course, you're gonna find stuff from 2015, 2020. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not as hard as you think. It's just. You know, it's just I guess you want to be part of the conversation sometimes. Sometimes you want to be, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. But yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, the thing is, though, you're a review show. Like, have you thought about hitting up people like Image and stuff like that, and you know, getting PDFs?
Well, I mean, no, I haven't. We have people in our crew that are very good at that kind of thing. You know, whether it's Robbie, Nick, me, I'm more like the pop culture news guy. So, and I'm good in that lane. But yeah, man, no, I know we can always get this stuff back. It's not a problem. Let me just say what up to Rad Art and Comics Station, Variant Artist on the Doctor by Brian LCS. Hell yeah, Rad. That's what I'm talking about. We got Couching and Slouching with C Bizzle in the building. Station C Bizzle, an honor to have you in my chat, my brother. Absolutely.
Good morning.
King of Soundwave Collect. Well, C Biz, man, we gotta talk, bro. All right, man. Let me show off these books. We're already an hour in. I was planning to be out at the hour.
All good, man. All good.
I got a ton of books to show. So
I didn't want to bring you down by telling you that I doubt you'll be done in an hour.
You
should have, man. You should have put that thought in the back of my head. I would have been.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask something. Where before you go in, where are you two from? That's what
I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, where?
I'm in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, no, I didn't know. So.
Yeah, no. Look how awesome this is, right?
Yeah.
We got a guy from the Northeast, a guy from the South, a guy from the UK, guy from the way up north, my man. 1063, man. Don't shut off the electricity on us, Shane. Don't do it, please. I beg of you.
Tuesday midnight, the Falls, we're turning it off.
Don't listen to that guy. He just talks. He just likes to talk. This is not political. I'm sorry. I don't want to get political here. Oh, rad. Wow, I just read this. I lost my whole collection during divorce 10 years ago. Been rebuilding it back ever since. It's hard to replace. Don't be scared to start. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I know people who got their collection stolen. That's crazy. Big Herm got his book stolen when he was younger. Yeah, like crazy shit. But anyway, let me get into the show off real quick. I want to show off my last haul. That's what we're here for. Somehow we just get lost in conversation.
All good.
All right. So, you know me, taking it back to my IG days when I first started. I like to start with the indie of the indies and work my way up. Everybody in the chat, you tell me if you think these books are cool or if you think I made a horrible mistake in buying these books. But anyway, first up, I want to go with the indies of the indies. So we're going to start with The Return of the Living Dead by Mark Spears, #1. This was actually a prize I won on Scotty's channel for being a member. So everybody go sub up to Scotty and become a member of his channel. He's awesome. He treats his members very, very good. All right. Next up, we got the latest Conan, which a lot of people had trouble getting their hands on, apparently, with all the delays and stuff that's going on. So happy to have that. Anybody reading Conan, Titan? Very good.
I like Titan.
Another prize from my brother Scotty. We got the foil. Something is Killing the Children, #1 and 2 deluxe edition. Foil, man. Sweet foil. Oh, yeah.
Foily.
All right. we got Silverhawks #1 by Luciano Perillo. Great cover. Had to get this. Again, these are all things that either, Scotty, I won on Scotty's thing, or me just trying to catch up or close out a couple of series that I've been collecting. We got this Vampirella, another prize from Scotty's thing.
Jay Lee.
Red and white. I've been doing the EC Comics thing, so I got the Epitaphs of the Abyss.
Those have been good. I like them.
Yeah. I believe this is Lee Bermejo. Not 100% sure.
It looks like it.
Yeah, Lee Bermejo on the cover. So I got the last 2 issues of that. Look at that fucking snake.
That's creepy.
Dang.
Yeah.
We got this is another prize on Scotty's channel. Shiver.
Adam Hughes. Yeah, Adam Hughes cover.
Yep. Another EC book. I wasn't gonna get this book, but then freaking Nick had to open his mouth. Nick opened his mouth. He said this shit was kind of good, and I'm like, whoa, Nick doesn't like anthology stories. He said this one was good. Damn it, Nick. So we got Cruel Kingdom #1 from EC Comics. Also Cruel Kingdom #2. So
Nice.
yes, got the latest 2 on those. A series that I was lax on, but I saw they had the last 2 issues that I missed, so I got them. The Last Ronin 2. I don't know if anybody's into The Last Ronin, but I got #4 and #3 here.
Those are such a weird format.
I know.
Yeah.
I had to take the board out of the thing in order to put them in bags.
Are they like books? Or?
They're like a little bigger than regular size comics. But just
I
a
don't
little
have
bit.
any. Like, I don't have any bags that they'll fit in correctly, and I have bags for every size.
Ugh. I've been getting my Star Wars books from Dark Horse. So this is a High Republic Adventures #14. I know there's an issue after this, but whatever. I'm done. I'll stop at 14. This is also another High Republic, Echoes of Fear #4. So this is me closing out a series. I had the first 3. This is the one I needed. Got it. Same thing with this one. Dispatches from the Occlusion Zone #4. Had to close out that series. Got it. And Scotty was giving this away on this month's membership.
Yep.
The High Republic Adventures Annual, which has a ton of first appearance. So if you're into Star Wars, might want to pick this one up. All right, so that's my indies of the indies. Then let's get into some image real quick. This crap.
How many books do you buy a month?
Huh?
How many books do you buy? Like, what number? Do you know how many you buy a month? Like 60 a month.
At my height or like late?
Well, no, at the moment, just at the moment.
At the moment, maybe about 80 a month.
Like 80 a month.
Yeah,
like
about 20 average a week.
Like 80. And they're about $5 each.
Just about, yeah. Some more, some less.
But man, that's about $400 a month.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's not cool.
My wife would murder me.
Did anybody pick this up? I think this was free. Radiant Black, the story so far.
Yeah.
I
I think I have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
supposed
good.
to be a way for because the next issue is going to be a jumping on point.
Yeah. So, with the Chip Zdarsky thingy, I don't know if anybody's been getting these Chip Zdarsky.
Yes, they're awesome. Yes, Scott's
Them up.
on that one.
This is a series that I so recommend to anybody, man. Kaya, by Wes Craig. This is 24 and 25, the last 2 issues, so I had to get those. One of my favorite series coming into collecting comics. I'm so glad I've been collecting these, and that is The Ice Cream Man. So this was the last issue, and this is the variant in the cover A.
That's
I
a
love
good
Ice Cream.
series. Yeah, it's good, man, and it's like one of those that you can jump in any issue and just pick it up.
Yep. Remember I told the story earlier about The Walking Dead?
Yep.
I got into the Shane's Dead comic, and I was like, they canceled this shit 2 issues later. Well, I still want The Walking Dead, and of course, we all know they have The Walking Dead Deluxe, where they reprinted these things in color.
Color.
Yeah, so I promised myself that I would get the entire run of the Walking Dead. So this is one, when I say I'm going to stop collecting comics, I'm still going to pick up these Walking Deads, man. But yeah, I got this. And David Finch, shout out to him. Shout out to Finch. Finch has done every cover, and they're like on 108. So that's crazy.
Nice.
But yeah, this is a variant by Charlie Adler on this one. This is 105. Finch again. That eyeball, man. Look at that eyeball.
105. What was the final issue? Like 150 or something?
No, it was 193, if I'm not mistaken. This is the variant from 105, Adler.
My theory on this is that he'll carry it on. I've always believed that he's going to like carry it on.
What do you mean?
So you know how like he didn't tell anyone it was.
Like go into like 194, just start up.
Yeah, just like, but not tell anyone. Like literally.
I would not with Kirkman. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that's what I've always seen.
Yeah,
just bring it, carry on.
106, another Finch cover, and 107. There you go.
Nice.
So pick that up. All right, let's get into some DC. I don't got too much DC. I'm not the biggest DC guy in the world, but I do like some books. I got this. This actually, one of my PCP Army Bad Batch brothers bought this for me on a live claim sale, man. I was on The Experience. I don't know if you guys ever heard of The Experience.
Yeah.
My boy Rocket Robbie, he hosts there. John Spilio, another one of my boys, he works there. He works with them rather, and they were showing this off, and I was in the chat, and Spilio goes, "Hey Fable, what do you think about that cover?" And I said, "Oh, that shit is fire. I love it." And he goes, "Claim for Fable," and he bought it for me, man, right on the live stream.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome. This is by Jessica Court. This is what do you call these? Like she did this art right on the cover. So
man,
awesome.
dude.
Like a commission.
Yeah, commission. Thank you.
Art.
Thank you. Batman and Robin, year 1. I don't know if anybody's been into this series. This is 4 and 5. Chris Samney, an amazing artist. I think he's doing some of his best work on Batman and Robin, year 1.
Yep.
Right now. Of course, the Absolute stuff, right? Had to get caught up on the Absolute stuff. So we got Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman 4 and 5. I'm a little like weird with numbers, right? So like I want to get to at least 5, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense to you guys? Like I just want to do 1 through 5. If I don't get 6, 7, 8, whatever. If I got 1 through 5, I feel good. I feel good about myself. But got that. Got Batman 5. Oh, look, another Chip Zdarsky thingy in the back. 4. Right. 3. And number 1, I think 3rd print. So yeah.
What's your favorite out of the 3 Absolute Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, Fable? Which one do you like the best?
It's tough. They all have their cool factors, if that makes any sense. I haven't read everything up to the date, so I'm like the first 2 or 3 issues in on each of them. So right now, for me, it's Absolute Batman because I just love how fucking crazy it is. You know what I'm saying? I just love the comic book nature of it. I know it's stupid that he has an axe in his chest, okay? All right? I know it's dumb. I don't care. It's cool. But I love all 3, actually. I find great stuff about all 3. Wonder Woman, I mean, I forget the artist's name for Wonder Woman, but he's fantastic.
Sherman.
Hayden Sherman, whatever. He's awesome. He's fantastic. And Superman, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Gotta be honest with you guys. Yeah. You could blame DC, Simpleton DC on IG for this. He's a guy that makes hardcover comic books. So basically, he takes a run, and then he like cuts them and makes a hardcover for them, like like he sews the books into the hardcover, like a traditional bookmaker.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was showing off Ram V's Detective that he's making a hardcover for. So I said, "Oh crap, here we go." So I went back and got the majority of what I was missing for the Detective Comics Ram V Evan Cagle covers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Run here, freaking phenomenal covers here by Evan Cagle. Just
Yeah, Detective's underappreciated. Really, I really like it.
look at these beautiful covers. Just I had to go back and get everything I was missing here. So this completes. Now I have Detective Comics 1000 to 1090, and I'm good with that. I feel good. I feel good stopping there. But yeah, went back. Look at that. It's beautiful. Evan Cagle artwork. Oh, there goes that one. That's worth like $2 now. Who cares? Anyway, look at that. Beautiful work.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah, great covers.
Yeah, no, fantastic work by these guys. Just great stuff. Happy to have that. All right, Marvel. Let's finish this off. So first, I won this on Scotty's thing. Venom Lethal Protector #1, foil grayness. Great copy here, man. You sent me.
Yeah, it was clean.
Fantastic. A Secret Wars #6, also from Scotty's winnings. So again,
nice.
Scotty takes care of his members. Sign up with him,
Yeah.
member.
First cameo, Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman.
Got this because somebody told me it was pretty good, and it has an Alex Ross cover. So I'm like, hell yeah, Alex Ross doing Wolverine, Cable, and all the rest of them.
It was fun. I read it.
I don't know if anybody's been doing this series, but I like it. Ghost Spider. All these covers have been by Mark Brooks, man.
I did start. I think the first 5 or 6 issues I read, it was quite a nice read.
Yeah. Again, doing as long as I got issue 1 through 5, I'm good. This is one of those Wolverine 1 through 5. So I'm happy stopping there. I'm a big Disney mark, so I had to get the Fantastic Four, Mickey Mouse stuff. Of course, had to get that. Also love this character, Ultraman. A lot of people, I guess, have not really been into Ultraman, but Ultraman vs. Avengers, I'm down with that. This is the last issue of that series, so I'm there. This was kind of a controversial book. A lot of people liked it. Some people were like, One World Under Doom.
I liked it. I had fun.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought they've been writing Doom really well recently.
Werewolf by Night.
That's an awesome cover.
Yeah, this is EM Gist on these covers.
Man.
Supposedly, Rob Liefeld's last work for Marvel. Deadpool team up #5.
Yeah,
it's like a 12-year-old and a 50-year-old's body, isn't it?
Also
I'm
got
talking
the
about Rob Liefeld, by the way.
Yeah.
And maybe he's Liefeld. I don't know. We'll see.
Till they back up a dump truck full of money to him.
Oh, yeah. It's like the most spoiled guy in comics, honestly.
Alien Paradiso. I love Alien. I've been picking up every Marvel Alien, so this is #2.
That is a really good series, Fable. I love that series.
Yeah. No, I'm down. I'm down. Alien, Predator, all that stuff. Give me all of it. Caught up on the Uncanny X-Men. I know X-Men, has been controversial whether it's good or bad. As long as there's an Uncanny X-Men book on the shelf, your boy Fable's gonna pick it up. I might not pick up every damn, Nyx and Storm and all this other shit, but Uncanny X-Men.
So you're gonna carry on picking up a couple then?
Huh?
You're gonna carry on picking up a couple, or are you completely?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna do it every Wednesday. So let's say 2 months pass by and I miss 2 issues of The Walking Dead. Then I'll go grab the 2 issues that I missed. You know what I mean? Or the 2 issues of Transformers or something like that.
Would you set up like a pull box thing and just go?
No. Can't do it, man. Just can't do it. Some of this haul is if you notice, I have multiple numbers of things because I missed weeks and I just wanted to catch up before I stop completely. So the Uncanny, also #10. This I think is the latest issue of Uncanny #10. Of Uncanny rather. Got the latest issue of Spider Boy. I know my boy Scotty loves Spider Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been reading that. I'm a few issues behind, but yeah.
And man, such a great series, Avengers.
That
Alien.
has
The
been
art
cool.
is amazing in that.
The only problem with it is the price
Yeah,
point. It's $7.99.
I know.
Ooh, you got the pop. Hell
I
yeah.
got,
Oh,
I got
nice.
the pop. Yeah.
I love Spider Boy.
Yeah, Spider Boy. Some love. All right, more Star Wars stuff. They came out with the Fear of the Jedi. I know they're coming out with another Jedi book, but down the line sometime. But Fear of the Jedi, the last issue of Ahsoka. It's just a comic book adaptation of the television show, but wanted to get it. Some of the last books from the Empire era of Marvel Comics. They were doing everything in eras. They did the Last Hope or whatever, episode 4. And they went to episode 5. So these are the last kind of episode 5 books.
And the new one starts tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Start,
okay.
Well,
and then the new Legacy, which picks up on all of those comics they were doing. Aphra, Bounty Hunters, the Star Wars, Vader, all that good stuff. Yeah. So, you see a theme here, right? It's just all catching up stuff. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I think these are good pickups because the cartoon is freaking awesome. Yeah. So I think these are just smart pickups, I think. Latest issue there.
The show
it kind of tells the story before the show.
Yep. It's like the X-Men 97 or X-Men cartoon books. You know what I mean? Those are gone. I think you should go get these Neighborhood Spider-Man if we want to talk about specking and all that crap. But I'm not into that. Immortal Thor. Love Alex Ross. I'm a huge Alex Ross fan.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get all the covers in this series. This is the latest. Deadpool with his daughter, looking great. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good cover. It's been a fun read.
Torrin Clark. Oh, great series right here. The Incredible Hulk, man. Nick Klein just putting on a clinic with the art here. Latest issue there. Miles Morales Spider-Man. Last 2 issues of that. Crossing over with Daredevil. Daredevil, sorry. Deadpool. And Wolverine.
Nice. Benjamin Percy.
Yeah, Benjamin Percy. All right. And some more. Catching up TVA. I don't know if anybody's been messing with TVA.
No.
We got the last 2 issues of that. West
So
Coast
that
Adventures.
TVA, there, Fable. Just sorry to interrupt you, but the TVA, I think it's issue 3. So that one has a little bit of spec value to it too, because it lets everybody know that Scarlet Witch is alive and well in the MCU. So there should be a panel where Gwen goes down and finds her in a tube or something. So I think that's in issue 3. I think you had that one.
Yep. All right. See, this is what I need right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just check it out later and verify it. But I think it's issue 3. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, no, I'll go back and check. West Coast Avengers. Jim Duggan. Latest issue there. Great art.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good cover.
Sentinels, which I thought was very underrated.
I liked it. I liked it too.
I think we're the only 3 Sentinels fans right here, right now.
I guess so. Yeah, it was good.
I actually wanted to read it, but I never picked it up.
It was fun.
Hell Hunters. More Ghost Rider stuff. I love Ghost Rider, man.
Love Ghost Rider 1944, man.
Got that. Blade.
Ghost Rider, the man.
Brian Hill. Last 2. These are a lot of these finish up. You see, this finishes up Blade, the mini right here. Red Bands. New Champions. Right. 1 and 2. A lot of first appearance I heard in number 2. I'm not 100% sure of that. Magic. Right, with the J. Scott Campbell.
Yep.
1 and 2. Got those. Rogue, Savage Land. Care Andrews on the covers. 1 and 2.
Nice. I like
Yep.
those.
And then of course, my favorite thing at Marvel right now is the Ultimate line. So Black Panther Ultimate, 12 and 13. Ultimate X-Men, 11, 12. Those are the latest. Ultimate Spider-Man, my favorite book of 2024.
Man,
Oh yeah,
that's been so good lately. Yeah,
double
really good.
thumbs up, man. It is. Everybody
Yeah.
should be reading that book. It's
12.
so good.
Yeah, 13, 14 with Craven, the Hunter, man. Love it. Ultimate, the Ultimates, the latest issue of that with
Okay.
yeah, boy, Luke Cage. Man, let's
I
go.
suddenly realised I had a pile next to me that I haven't done anything with.
And Ultimate Wolverine 1 and 2.
Nice.
And to wrap up my hauls, man, something that I've been doing since the beginning when I got into this thing, but it seems like it got very popular since I was doing it. But Facsimiles, Uncanny X-Men, 131 and 132, White Queen stuff. Fantastic Four #2. I would definitely pick this up if you find it on the shelf. I think this is the only reprint of this book. According to CLZ, I looked at CLZ, it's the regular #2 from the 60s and this one. So Amazing Fantasy 15 reprint is like $50. So you know what I mean, you might wanna pick this one up. And the last one was just released last week, Daredevil #1 reprint. So happy to have this. Now I have almost every facsimile of every Marvel #1. Right?
My comic book shop guy, he owns the whole run of Daredevil from that issue, like from when they came out. He's a lot older, and he gave away his first issue of that to someone who was a fan because they were struggling to get it, which I thought was really nice of them to just give it away.
And what a proper book to end it off on after 5 years of showing you guys my books, doing the blaming, doing all that good stuff, because this show returns tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now don't watch that, watch the show I'm gonna do at 9 p.m. Eastern. But I think it's still proper that this is be the last book, given what's going on with the MCU and everything. So yeah, that is my final haul, man. That was over 100 books. I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. Does anybody want to show off something real quick before we get out of here?
What do you like? Do you read them all, or do you not have time? Because I wouldn't have time.
Well, and what I did here was a catch up, just to have something caught up, and I'll get to it eventually. This is all going in storage, and this is another reason why I had to. I built all this up because I'm going to put it directly in storage, and then that's it. I'm cut off. I move. You know what I'm saying?
From the last 5 years, what books stood out to you, from being back in?
I mean, the first series that I really, really fell in love with was Hoxpox. Powers of X. I thought was absolutely excellent. I love Daredevil from Chip Zdarsky. Venom from Donny Cates. Immortal Hulk, Al Ewing.
I never read that.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
It was good.
Hulk is fantastic.
I read the Donny Cates Venom.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, Daniel Warren Johnson. Silver Surfer Black, Donny Cates. So many, man. So many modern. There's more modern classics than you think, bro. There's a lot. There's a lot of good ones.
I hear a lot of people saying good things about the Dan Slott Silver Surfer book.
That one I never read. But yeah, there's a lot of good modern books, and DC Nightwing.
That was good.
DC I'm not big on, but I think the Absolute line has been fucking fantastic, well as the Ultimate line too. So yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff, man. But yeah, we got to get out of here soon. So if anybody wants to show off something real quick, let me know. Scotty, you want to show off anything?
I got a toy that I picked up with credit this past week. All right, cool. All right, I already had the Red Hulk for the. I don't know if anybody's seen the Captain America: Brave New World movie, but
I have, yeah.
I already had the Red Hulk. I don't really like the head sculpt for it, but I wanted a Red Hulk for my collection, so I'd already had that. And there's a place that I will trade stuff towards for store credit, and they had this Falcon, so I picked it up a couple days ago.
Oh, I want that. I want that.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I
Yeah,
got
that's
it
cool.
to go with Red Hulk, and it's
Very cool.
it's just came out I think a couple months ago. That's the newest version of Sam Wilson, but yeah, get that up to go with Red Hulk. So that'll be pretty cool. Pose
That's
them
so.
together or something.
Oh yeah, I want both of those things. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got though.
Shane, you got anything you want to show off real quick?
No, there's a ton of new people that I haven't really seen before in the chat. So I'm going to go back and make sure I add them all to Instagram, or their YouTube. So if you're watching this, then yeah, go find my channel and add me. That'd be great. One way or another, we'll get together.
Oh my
Had a
God!
great
Wait a
time.
minute.
Thanks for hosting, Fable. I really appreciate
Holy
it.
smoke, dude! You weren't lying. Shit, Vogue Station. Oh my God, Station.
Boggs.
I didn't even yeah, John. Hey,
Comics for
Station.
Kids.
John Comics. Holy smoke! Dead Man is in the house.
Yeah,
Dead Man,
Terry.
what's going on?
George came back.
Crap, George. Oh, George is in the house. Where's George?
Yeah,
Oh,
757 Hustle Show.
George Station. Wow, guys. Wow, this has gone really good. Not bad. A lot of great people in the chat. You guys, you guys are amazing. Mark, is there anything you wanted to show off real quick before we head out?
No, it's fine. Like I didn't really prepare to have any hauls or anything. I just grabbed that Spider-Boy randomly because it was on the shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, most of my stuff's either in the garage or there's a box downstairs. But no, I just wanted to say thanks for it was a good time, Fable. You should throw more shows at 11 a.m.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Mark.
Actually, midday your time would be even better than I can be actually finished work. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for hosting. Look, comics are here whenever you want them. I think I remember my comic book guy saying, just when I came back in, because I was a bit like you, I used to buy multiple shit. He said to me, just go easy. And but whenever you're ready, just come back and just don't buy multiple covers of the same issue. So, and yeah, just everyone same as what Shane said. I'm sure there's people on here whose names I didn't recognize. Obviously, I do a podcast. I'm part of the Bad Batch as well. And
yeah. Plug it.
Podcast with my co-host Jasmine, who's in Houston. We released a show weekly, although we won't be doing one this week because Jasmine had a few. Let's just say, a few family issues. Yeah, and so I'm not hounding her. I'll leave her alone and for the week or so. But yeah, we cover in the main adapted content from comics or video games. So we review the adapted content and we'll chat about anything from the Mortal Kombat movie to our next episode will be the first Avengers movie from 2012. So,
yeah.
But yeah, and Fable's been on many times.
I gotta get on again, man. Again. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining me, Mark, all the way from across the pond. Everybody, go check out Geeks Unleashed with him and Jasmine. Available on all major podcasting platforms, iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. They are a part of the PCP Army Bad Batch. So happy to have them part of the team. Speaking of a team member, man, Scotty, man, what you got going on? Let them know where the people could find you.
SVon82 on YouTube. I drop new videos every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow's video will be on a guy who used to do cover paintings for men's adventure magazines, like Sweaty Pulp magazines in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Bondage, war propaganda, stuff like that. Norm Eastman, if you've never heard of him, come check the video out. It'll drop tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, SVon82, and you can catch me live most every Tuesday morning for now. I don't know if my schedule will change up in the future. But for now, it'll be Tuesday mornings, and just come hang out with us, open panel, and bring some books or whatever you're picking up, whatever you're reading, and come hang out with us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Scotty, for always having my back. This community, my brother. Also another member,
likewise.
PCP Army Bad Batch. Love having you on the team and on the show, man. And now this wheeling and dealing nice guy that I love so much now. My man 1063, Shane. Don't shut off the power on us, Shane. Don't do it.
Yeah, so just so happy to be here and the last couple hours, like hanging with Scotty, hanging with you. I do, mostly pre-recorded stuff, but Fable, if you're trying to trim down, watch my video on Wednesdays. We'll go through the art. You'll see the inside of books. You can make a decision if you want to pick them up or not. I do that on Wednesday, a few shorts. I do a video on Sunday of going through updating the values in my collection, gives you an idea where the market's going. And I do a little slab review on Mondays that comes out. So yeah, and I hang out with Izzy on Mondays. I'm just trying to spread the comic love, man. That's all.
You're wheeling your wagon of comics up and down the blocks of YouTube.
Yeah,
that's it. Going door to door to door, knocking on the door.
Well, I'll buy whatever you're selling, Shane. You're the man, brother. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys. This has been awesome. Look at everybody saying, everybody, awesome show, guys, from my boy Colin. Oh yeah, man. Collector P gotta go. Have a great Tuesday.
You too, man.
Thanks for watching from Shane. This was my first time catching your show, Fable and Scott too. Thank you all. I had a blast. That's the stuff.
Thanks for coming out, man. Yeah.
I'll have faith. Thank you. Nick reminded Mark that there's a new Fear Street coming out. There's a new Fear Street.
Oh, is there? Do you know what? It's really weird. I was looking up. No. Do you know? I was looking up. I don't know if you guys know. Before he did Goosebumps and all that stuff, R.L. Stein, he wrote a few books for a line of point horror books. So I remember I was telling my daughter when I was like, how old was I? 10 to 12. And I used to love like all the R.L. Stein books when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah, well, Nick obviously didn't get the message. We're trying to cut off our comics, Nick. What the hell?
Oh,
be peddling new stuff.
Did you read the point horror then?
What? Fear Street? Me?
No. Scotty, did you read the point horror books?
No, I never read those, but I did like the Goosebumps.
Oh, okay. No, I never read those, but no, he did some books before called under a banner called Point Horror, and he had a book called The Babysitter, and so that was like where I first read him. And then I got Nick to jump on our show a couple of years ago and review the Fear Street movies that came out on Netflix.
Cool. So this is where this is coming from. Okay. Bondage, S&M, never heard of her. George, you are awesome, my brother. Thanks for hanging out. Man, this has been awesome, guys. Thanks for joining me for my last haul. Not my last. That's maybe the wrong word to say, but last haul
for now.
Yeah, for now. Let's just leave it like that. You guys are awesome. I guess there's only one thing left to say. Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes. Hey, shit.
Bad Peach, Mambo Go!